Yep, you seen the title, right? I do have a strange addiction. And my addiction is called I can't stop fucking playing Devil May Cry. And as you can see, I really mean that shit. I got the whole DMC3 outfit. You guys can also see the motherfucking pants I got on me. I don't have the hair dye because it's getting ordered here for Anime NYC. Hope to see any of you guys there that actually are watching this video. And I also have Dante's Rebellion. My dog is trying to walk in the room, so I apologize. You'll have to excuse me as I kick this little nigga out. I also have Dante's Rebellion, but that's also up there in New York with my friend right now. Shout out to Jasiri. He will be bringing that to Anime NYC for me so I can have the full-on outfit for the con. Now, what I really want to talk about is how much I love this whole fucking franchise. If anybody is slurping up this franchise, I'm talking about on all fours, taking it up the ass like a good boy, taking it out the ass and just straight up throating that shit. It's me. I love this shit more than motherfucking EDP loves kids. This is the best shit ever. Every day, I pretty much hop on DMC5 just to try and play as Virgil because that's the best version of him. And I try and beat Legendary Dark Knight mode with all S ranks, which is really not hard. All you got to do is just kind of, survive and not die. Now, how much do I love this series? I love the series so much to where I have platinumed every single fucking Devil May Cry game. Yes, every single one, DMC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even the reboot. And I must say, I kind of want to do it again. As much fucking pain as it brought me, especially DMC 4's Dante Must Die missions. Oh, fuck! I think I need more of it. I am craving this game so hard, and honestly, they need to make a DMC 6 before I fucking spaz out and go to Capcom and slap the fucking penises and titties off of everybody. Now, what do I specifically want to get into first? I want to get into the main character, Dante. I think Dante is by far the coolest character in fiction history. I think he has Ichigo Kurosaki beat. I even would put him up there above Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'm sorry. I love that nigga to death. I love my favorite monkey, monkey, eye to eye. We niggas together. But Dante is white boy of the century. I'm not going to lie to you. I love this nigga to death. So really, one of the coolest things from Dante, and the best version of Dante, in my opinion, is from DMC3, which is why I have his outfit on, because I love that nigga. Dante in that game is so chill and relaxed because he pretty much knows that, yeah, I can solo all of you niggas just whenever and however, right? He's very laid back. He's never really trying. He's like, he was the Gojo Satoru before Gojo. And if this nigga said, nah, I'd win, the nigga would win, right? He's pretty much untouchable for the whole game. And the only other person that could actually rival him like that was his twin brother, Virgil. And we're going to get more into Virgil later, but I still want to talk about Dante. So one of the most memorable things from DMC3, in my opinion, is one of the first few cutscenes that he's in. So this guy named Arkham walks into his shop and he's like, is your name Dante, son of Sparta? In a creepy ass way, just, walking up, antagonizing all that shit. And Dante's like, nigga, who told you this shit, right? And he was like, yeah, your brother told me, flip your fucking desk over. And Dante catches the fucking gun and he, like, as soon as he lands with the backflip, he like points that motherfucker and like scans through the room and Arkham is gone. As soon as he's about to eat some pizza that like flew up from his hand, he like caught that shit, about to take a bite, and like a whole bunch of demons spawn in and just start stabbing this nigga. And it's bad, bro. I'm talking about this nigga had more men inside of him than a white girl in a BBC Black video. Like it was bad. It was horrible. And Dante just pushed one of them niggas literally to dust. Pushed him so fucking hard and turned him to dust. I made a hour-long video glazing Dante because of how cool of a character he is. Oh my God. So he starts soloing all the demons and then literally he does a backflip. He rides one of the demons, pause. He like skateboards a demon up to a fucking corner and does a backflip, lands on his pool table, and every single one of like the pool balls fly up and shit. And he shoots the white ball and the white ball pings every single fucking pool ball in the vicinity, and every single one of those pool balls hit all the other demons and kills them. It was the sickest shit ever. But I'm not here to just talk about all the cutscenes. I went into a deep dive about it onto my main channel. You guys should definitely go check that out. It was one of the most time-taking, difficult videos to make ever, but it was so fun to make, and I'm very proud of it. The gameplay, though. DMC3's gameplay is arguably one of the best gameplays in the franchise. Well, it's not even arguably, obviously. I think it is the best gameplay-wise. Okay, no, I lied. DMC5 has a beat in gameplay, but I feel like, I don't know, man. It just feels better. Specifically his Royal Guard. I feel like his Royal Guard just got worse over time. And DMC3, that shit, you know, you do that perfectly all the time, and it feels better than your first time getting some vagina slid onto the tip of your meat. Oh my God, beautiful. And once you master that shit, it's kind of difficult to master at first, but when you do master it, beautifulness, right? The bosses. I fucking love the bosses. I'm gonna wrap this up with DMC3 soon so I can talk about the other games. But DMC3 bosses, I feel like these niggas just kind of blow out every other boss in like the games as a whole. Like, yes, even DMC5, right? One of the first bosses that you fight, one of the first few is Cerberus. Cerberus is a three-headed dog. He's a big-ass three-headed dog demon, and he's guarding the gates of the Timid Negru, which is a big-ass demon tower that Virgil is trying to use to unlock the demon realm, right? And bro, his fight goes crazy. It has a bunch of mechanics. It's difficult, but it's fun. It's not cheese. It's stuff that is kind of hard to deal with, especially on Dante Must Die. But it's like everybody should be capable of beating it. You know what I'm saying? It's fair. It's hard, but it's fair. And then he has an absolute banger. I'm talking a fucking banger of a OST for his boss fight. It is got nothing and nothing's got you. I can see your fear. It surrounds you. Bro, that shit was so hard. I literally had to put that on my SoundCloud playlist and had that shit repeating. Like, I be in the gym busting my motherfucking arms out, chiseled abs, chiseled arms, legs busting out the motherfucking pants, looking all good and swollen shit. And I literally have that blasting in my ears. I think DMC3's OST is fucking beautiful. And Virgil for that game as a boss, amazing. Literally amazing. When you approach him, you know that shit's about to go down. His first setting when you're fighting him on top of the Timid Negru and it's raining, gas, fucking gas, right? The build up to it is kind of just like, it's kind of not really at first, but after that, it's fire, bro. It's so good. His themes, his first one and his second one, I believe are amazing. Like his second one, I think kind of blows out the first one. And it's how does it go? It's like that shit, bro. When you know the OST is so good to where you gotta fucking pause the game and just like run around the house and start jamming out to this shit, bro, it smacks. And it's also like menacing at the same time. Like when you go in to fight Virgil in this game, you know that like, yo, you kind of gotta lock in or this nigga's about to bend you over and stick it up there with no baby oil. It's pretty bad, right? It's bad. Like this nigga means business. Super fun game. I think the devil triggers in that game all look beautiful. One of the main flaws I just have about that shit though, playing as Virgil in that game sucks ass. I'm not gonna lie. DMC3 Virgil is so shit to play as, and it's one of the games that Nero Angelo is part of, and that's the only DMC game you can play as him, and he fucking sucks. It's very bland fighting, but whatever. Pretty much everything else from that, I love the game, and I love the story. So who is Nero Angelo? If you guys don't know, Nero Angelo is Virgil after he got corrupted by the main, like pretty much the main antagonist of Devil May Cry, Mundus, who you fight in DMC1. So we're gonna go back to DMC1 because DMC1 is it's a story that happens after DMC3. DMC1 shows you the story of Sparta and what he did and how Mundus is this big bad nigga that wants to bring hell onto the human realm, but Dante's the only one capable of stopping it. So when you go through this castle and shit, it is called Malay Island, and the fucking setting is beautiful. It is the 2001 graphics. You would think that this game would not hold up to this day, bro. This game fucking slaps. This game slaps harder than a pimp on his worst day. This shit is gas, bro. Oh my God. This is what I say. Like, I made a video talking about it a little bit. This game actually has longevity. Like, this is a timeless classic. Anyways, I think Dante's fit in that game is fire as hell, by the way. And I love the weapons. The only thing I don't like is the devil trigger. One of the few things that I really gas up in that game too is the Nero Angelo boss fight. Nero Angelo as the boss fight was literally Virgil before Virgil, right? What I mean by that is, like, before you played DMC3, this generally felt as if he was the main antagonist, just a one-on-one with a nigga that's relatively the same size as you, has amazing sword play. This nigga's teleporting all over the place. He's throwing beams. This nigga is hitting kicks on you, kickboxing, beating your ass. Y'all niggas are just duking it out. It feels like a fucking Yu Yu Hakusho fight, bro. It's fire. Amazing game. Amazing soundtrack. Bosses are cool for the most part. The only downside I have to that game is one, the camera angles. The camera angles have to be one of the most worst things. I'm so glad that they removed in future DMC games, bro. The fixed camera angles ain't shit fixed about that, bro. You trying to fight a nigga to the right and the camera have your ass looking left. It's bad. But other than that, everything else is pretty much cool. Mundus, his first phase sucks dick. It's literally not even Devil May Cry no more. You're playing like a fucking arcade shooter, like Atari or some shit. And then in the second phase, you're back to Devil May Cry, and it's pretty fun. It's a beautiful game, beautiful atmosphere. They need to go back to the gothic design and all that shit. DMC2, ass, but they did have some cool things in it. DMC2, Dante's outfit, fire. Beautiful. I think that actually might be one of the outfits that I do want to cosplay later on in the future. Just putting that shit on and just rocking it at a con or something. I might even just rock that shit outside. Like, that fit goes crazy. If you want to talk about an aura farming fit, like if Piccolo was in Devil May Cry, that would be his outfit. That shit is fire, right? I cannot stress how many times I'm using fire. If you guys are afraid of the words peak fiction, click off the video. Anyways, so after that too, another thing I do love, I love his Devil Trigger design. I think that is like top 3 Devil Trigger designs in the whole franchise. Why did they scrap it? I don't know. But that is fire. His hair being like slicked back. You can kind of see like the streaks of demon aura going through his body. Spiked up a little bit. He has these big ass wings that actually kind of look like wings, not just like bug insect wings like Sparta shit. Cool as hell. And then you have, what is his name? It's not Artemis. No, what is it? Argisax. Argisax is cool. He's a pretty difficult boss because you can't really touch him like that. He would teleport, swing, bop, 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 bop. And you kind of got to get away from there. And it's like a cool concept, but you can't really fight him like that. That's pretty much it I got to say from that game. The platinum for that shit was tedious as fuck. Trying to shoot this. DMC2 is just a shooting simulator. That's not really a game that holds up to this day, but you know, I just wanted to give it some props because it is my favorite franchise after all. DMC4 arguably has the second hardest Dante fit. My girlfriend really loves Dante's outfit in the game. The cowboy fit, fire. Nero, holy shit. Nero is one of the coolest characters, coolest new gen characters, very relatable. His gameplay is fire, using like the Buster arm and shit, bro. Just slamming motherfuckers down into the dirt all the time. I feel like it's beautiful. Like, honestly, for a new casual player, I think Nero should be your fun person to play as. Because if you do like Dante or something, Dante in DMC4, that's when shit starts getting advanced, and then the enemies don't really match up for him. So it's like, you don't really want to play as Dante. Like, playing as Dante in that game is kind of irritating. It's not even irritating, it's infuriating, honestly. The enemies suck for this nigga, and playing them is a little too complicated, and his weapons are kind of dog shit in there, right? But I still think it's a fun game. I love a good amount of the fights, like Credo Angelo. Love that nigga. I think he's the star of the boss fight in that game. What's the plant girl's name? E something. I think it's something. Echidna. I think she's fun. She flies around the arena. She shoots demons at you. She has these like spikes come up from the ground. It's a very gimmicky fight, but it's fun as hell, in my opinion. I think it's beautiful. I kind of like her theme too. Also like Nero's theme when he fights his basic enemies. I think that's fire as hell. And DMC4 finally allows you to play as Trish and Lady. Like, okay, well, you can play as Trish in DMC2, but DMC2 is so ass, so you don't really care. You kind of just, that's like a game you kind of want to just play and get out the way. But in DMC4, dude, you could play as Lady and oh my, I'm sorry. That was me creaming because I remember her outfit in DMC4 and she looks beautiful. She's very beautiful and she's awesome to play as. She's a gunslinger in that game. She doesn't really use any melee attacks like that. If she does, it's like pretty fucking slow. But she's a gunslinger and playing as her is pretty easy. And I think I might be glazing her up a little bit because using her helped me platinum that game so quickly. I'm not even gonna lie. Without Trish and Lady, I don't think I was gonna platinum that game because playing as Dante is way too fucking hard. And then back to Trish. Trish has some of the coolest combat shit you can do in there. Like, she has this one move. Once you throw the Devil Sword Sparta, because that's the weapon that she uses as her melee, she can start throwing her fist, and then she literally starts doing like some fucking 360 helicopter shit with her legs, and she like generates lightning from it, and it's one of the coolest shits ever, bro. It's so fun to play as her, and you can get stylish with her too. And even though the enemies kind of suck and they're all made for Nero, I feel like you can still get hella stylish with her. Sanctus was kind of for a boss fight. The Savior boss fight can kick rocks. That shit was dookie dog dick ass garbage. Ice Spice's album, if you will. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. But other than that, I think the game is overall cool. I think it's a great game still, even though it's pretty much unfinished, because playing as Dante, you got to go back into the same levels as Nero. And it's like, okay, they ran out of time, so it makes sense, but still, you kind of wish it was different. And then DMC5, damn near the closest thing to peak. I think the cutscenes is peak. I think the character development for Nero is peak. I think the introduction of V is peak, even though his gameplay is kind of and again, like what characters be doing. Like, if you want to talk about characters being over the top, you can tell that this game originated from Resident Evil's franchise. Because y'all know Leon Kennedy and Chris Redfield, these niggas are so over the top with everything they do. Like in the Resident Evil 4 remake, this nigga Leon literally backflipped off a fucking wall when someone tried to like slice through it, and all this nigga had to do was just back up. Then nigga jumped up on the wall and backflipped off of it for aura points. The hoes was not watching. I don't know who he was trying to style for, but still. But you know, Nero and Dante, they be doing like similar shit and everything. Like Nero literally had like a truck fall into him because some demon threw it at him, and he looked at that bitch and just like walked through it and came out the other side of the truck just unscathed. And it was so fucking cool. I can glaze everything that these niggas do, but I already made a video about it on my main page, so I won't really get too much into it. V, I think his story is beautiful. I think it really finally shows us how much Virgil really actually embraces his human side. And it's a beautiful story. I love it. Urizen was a great villain too, but seeing Urizen and V fuse back together and now they become Virgil as a whole is fucking beautiful, because he was nowhere to be found in DMC4. He had his like prequel cutscene, but that cutscene kind of took place before DMC3. Which, by the way, playing as him in DMC4, oh my god, Virgil is a fucking step up from his DMC3. Both his DMC4 and his DMC5 gameplays, they blow DMC3 Virgils out the water. Like, you can tell they was creaming in the kitchen while making this character playable, bruh. It is the best shit ever, bruh. Oh my god, it's so fun having his summon swords, his Sin Devil Trigger in DMC5. Yeah, I'm sorry, it had me passing out. That's how good it is. His combat style, like one of the coolest things, right? Two cool things that Virgil can do both in DMC 4 and 5. He has something called the Judgment Cut In. And he charges up a move and it's like, you shall die. And he teleports to niggas and he does literally like a million slashes, comes back while time is like stopped, and you're like, oh, clashes his sword and it kills everybody. I'm sorry, bro. I'm glazing, but that's the whole point of this fucking video. I love Devil May Cry. I love the gameplay. I love the characters. Shout out Nico, because I haven't mentioned her. She's awesome. Damn, I'm kind of getting like a stuffed nose, am I? Oh my God. And it's all beautiful. The new anime is kind of ass. It's really it's a shitty adaptation, but it's cool for its own thing. So if you haven't checked that out, I think you guys should go check that out and then come back and play the games. Super duper fun to do that. Shout out to Nico, DMC 5 character. I love her, and I haven't really mentioned her like that. And I feel like that's kind of disrespect. Hold on, guys. Whew. Damn. All right, that felt better. But yeah, it's just an amazing game. I can't stop playing it. I literally come back to it almost every single day. I still have it on my console. And then the reboot, I'm gonna make this quick because this video is getting a lot longer than what I thought it was gonna be. I love the reboot. I'm sorry. I think it is one of the best shits ever when it comes to stage design. The fact that the whole, like every single stage feels like you're in hell because it's all trying to kill you. No other game really has that. Like DMC 1 has that when you go into the underworld, which I don't know why you don't really do that with any other DMC game. It's kind of crazy. I mean, DMC 2, you kind of go to hell to fight the last boss, but that game sucks. And then DMC 5, you don't really go into the underworld. You kind of see them go into the underworld in the last cutscene, you know? But like I said, in the whole stage design, everything's trying to kill you. Like going into a news station, like a virtual news station, that was fucking sick. How they had like the upside down world, that was cool. That was cool as hell. The combat in that game is fire as well. People be saying this game is worse than DMC 2. No, it's not. Again, it's like the Netflix adaptation. It's just a shitty rendition of Devil May Cry. Like the characters, Dante is just an emo nigga. Virgil, I don't know. Virgil's a white guy. I don't know. He's just a different white guy with a fucking fedora hat. I don't know what the hell they was cooking. And Cat is just, I don't know what they was doing with Cat. I genuinely, I don't know. I don't know what Cat was really doing. But as a Devil May Cry game, it's ass. Like an IP, it's ass. But playing it, it's good. It's just a good game. It's good. And it's better than DMC 2. So in my personal ranking, I got DMC 3, I got DMC 5, then DMC 1, then the reboot, then 2. In my opinion, I personally love DMC 1 more though than the reboot because I just love OG Dante and I love his drip and all that. So I can keep going in about it, but I just really wanted to show you guys and talk about how much I really do love Dante, or not just Dante. Damn, the glaze is crazy. I love the Devil May Cry games. It's fucking amazing. Again, check them all out. I've also watched lore videos for like the comics because they also have like mangas and shit. And what's it called? It's like a audio tape. It's like an audio tape. Audiobook. That's what it's called. They have audiobooks for Devil May Cry 2 that are canon to the story. So I listen to the lore and all that shit. And I like to go back in time to time and just do it all again. I come back to this. I'm itching for more Devil May Cry. I think Devil May Cry 6 needs to be either a game about Sparta's backstory because we still haven't seen that, which is kind of crazy, or they just need to do something to where Nero is fighting like a Mundus level boss fight and we get to see what happens to Dante and Virgil while they're in the underworld. I love this game. Devil May Cry, this franchise. I hope they come out with the DMC 6 soon. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you niggas for joining.